little bit of a swear bear.
We are far off from that, so don't feel too bad.
Got
I can be a swear bear, so trust me. It's. Aha! Wow! Look at that! It is. It looks like it's amazing. Now I just have to get it going. I think it's doing the thing. I think I might have been smart for 2 seconds. Oh my god!
Okay.
Amazing.
I know. I did not have any respect for streamers until I tried to do streaming, and I was like, oh shit, this is hard.
No, it's okay. Wow, it's working.
That you gotta arrange together and get functioning.
Yeah, no, it is. I got it streaming. It is streaming to our YouTube now. Oh my goodness, I got it working. Hey, no preface for anything. So we are live now. So be forewarned. Anything you do is being recorded. Cool. Yeah, just throw you right into the pool.
Okay, all right.
So let's do
a link to the stream so that I can look at the chat, maybe if there is one.
There probably won't be much because this is kind of impromptu. But again, sure. This is something I want to get going like regular. So hopefully we can get. So let me get a share. I will get the copy here. I will send it to you. I am tech savvy. I used to work in IT, so actually, but it's. I still struggle.
Yep.
I still struggle. The link should be in Discord, by the way.
Yep. I see it, and I have. Hello, world. There we go.
Look at that. Yeah. So it should have a chat window. It'll pop up chat for me here. But I think as far as the stream goes, it's just seeing our screen, and I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't want to sit here and spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to put bubble faces over faces. This is pretty good, I think. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, we use Zoom for our video calls for our streams, and Zoom is uniquely rough for streamers. But Sam figured out a way to capture our faces and put them in the correct spots because we have an overlay that makes everything look nice and puts everything in.
Oh, look at
that! Sam honestly bootstrapped himself into being a pretty good stream overlord.
Awesome. That was the guy that was behind you, or?
No, that's Austin. Sam is one of my coworkers.
Gotcha.
The head of development at
the company. Wow.
Who is responsible for a lot of and in fact, I think most of the content in Tales from the Red Dragon Inn.
Oh, awesome.
So his baby that I was on the sidelines being like, rah, go. I really like this game and the way it's turned out. What I have on the table here is actually the in-store demo kit. I will say that these components, a lot of them suffer from what I'll call version sickness.
I got you.
Which means, that a lot of these cards have gone through multiple different versions, and when they have updated, they have not updated everywhere, including this spot. I might nag Sam at some point later to, get this up to date with the actual production components. Because this demo kit is something that, my staff are going to use at Gen Con this year to, teach people to play.
Right.
So it would be nice if I could have the actual thing.
The actual things.
The actual things.
The actual things. So before we get into the nitty gritty, I'm gonna try. So what I'm gonna try to do from now on is just do a little intro here, but I'll go ahead and we'll probably trim this and maybe put in a thing later. But I'll just say, of course, this is Misfit Anthony from Tabletop Misfits. I'm here today with Jen, and she's from Slugfest Games. Jen, would you please introduce yourself for the audience so that we can be all official here?
All right. Well, confirming that Anthony is correct, I am Jen from Slugfest Games. I am the Director of Customer Service and Marketing, but I work for a small company of 3 full-timers and an array of contract artists that we work with. So I wear a lot of hats. I administer our Slugfest demo program.
Your what program? Oh, the demo program, right?
Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
Slug Crew.
Slug Crew, I like that.
Yep. I administer our organized play programs. I created the Tavern League program. Those are both in-store events programs to get people playing.
I like in-store stuff a lot. By the way, that's awesome.
Yeah. And let's see, what else do I? Just so many things.
You have all the hats.
And all the hats. Customer support. I help make decisions on all of the stuff that we do. Different development stuff. I've done game development for the company, including drafting up different characters.
Is there a Jen character in there anywhere?
In Tales, no, but RDI 7, I believe, is my first development credit with the company, and Molly, the stable hand. Like the core concept of the character and the basics of how she works were my idea, and then Sam took that idea and built it into something you can actually play. And then in RDI 8, Lucky and Nerodia
are your
characters. I wouldn't say that they're like saying that a character is mine or somebody else's is a little misleading, because we all sort of pitch in. One person might do the initial draft of a character, and then we test it and we find out what's working, what's not working, and then somebody else takes a crack at it, editing this and that, trying to tune it up from a different perspective to get that deck working well.
I mean, like an actual like somebody takes your face and makes a character. You should do that. You should have like a Jen promo card. Yeah, you totally should. you totally should.
Yeah.
I know. I have enough of an ego to do that. I would totally do that if I were there.
No. On the internet, my motto is, born on a mountain, raised in a cave. Leave me alone. That's what I crave. I avoid attention.
Aww.
It's how I'd rather live. But
I can't blame you some days. Trust me. So this is the new Tales game. This is as you were talking about before, in case somebody came in, which I tried to paste this to everybody that tends to watch us. Hopefully they'll pop in. Somebody is going to the bathroom, but they're watching. Okay, so that's good to know. That's awesome. So so hence my phone work here. So but this is the new Red Dragon Inn Tales game coming from Red Dragon. Do you know when this is supposed to be coming out, by the way?
I'm not precisely sure when this is going to hit retail. That's always kind of a nebulous number for me from this perspective. There are a lot of just logistical question marks that need to be made into periods before I know. But I would say like August. I know that we're going to have it at Gen Con. That's what I can tell you for sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and
so I will be there.
Retail stores close to Gen Con, probably after. And yeah, you're going to see a lot of this. This specific thing that we have on the table is actually the contents of the demo scenario that we will be shipping out to as many retailers as want them. And any retailer who might be watching this for some reason, email me at jen@slugfestgames.com if you are a retailer and you are interested in the Tales demo kit, and I will help you get one for free.
Awesome. So we'll definitely put that.
The itself is going to be like $110, and it's worth it. It's a big boy. It's like 10 pounds.
Oh wow! Oh geez! Oh man!
Of a lot of game.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So we wanted to provide retailers with something they could use to show off the game and like give people a little taster sample of what this game is like, whether it's for them, and learn the core concepts of the game in like under an hour, because this is a dungeon crawler.
I was going to say, can you give us like a brief breakdown? Give everybody a good breakdown. It's a dungeon crawler. You're playing obviously fantasy characters from the Red Dragon games, I assume. Which for people that haven't played them, basically it's I know there's not many I think at this point, but if you haven't played Red Dragon guys, of course it is a drunken bar brawl more or less, where you're either trying to get your neighbors drunk, or you're trying to beat them up enough during a bar, just basically beat them up enough from either the liquor or from whatever, and basically be the last one standing. So this is more of a complex, or at least a little more complexity, deeper, actual dungeon crawler using those characters.
Yes, yeah. A lot of our fans have asked us for something like this for years, right? It's like, could you make us a dungeon crawl board game like Talisman or etc. etc. Yeah. But it's RDI, and it's the RDI characters, and we've always been like, it sounds really cool. And
except not Talisman, please, not Talisman.
Sure, yeah. It's the example that came to mind. But hard, but very, very, very big game. Lots of stuff to do. This is.
So like Gloomhaven or Red Dragon.
I mean, you laugh, you joke, but I literally did dense oppositional research on when we were throwing together the initial designs and tentpoles for this game.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Gloomhaven has been the 800-pound gorilla of board games for a couple years now.
You have my interest. Now you have my attention.
Recently. Yep, and one thing that was a big priority for us from the beginning for Tales was that setup and teardown of the game needs to go fast. We don't want our customers to get the game, pull it off the shelf, decide, after deciding they want to play it, open it up, and then spend 2 hours getting to set up.
Yeah, that's I appreciate that.
Around and game night is over.
Yeah. So that's the big problem with Gloomhaven and some of those. It hurts so much. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, my favorite bit of oppositional research that I found while I was doing that was this one person was going to some online community group, right, focused on Gloomhaven, and he posted saying, hey, I'm a grown-up adult, all of my friends who game with me are grown-up adults, we have jobs we have to get to, we have kids, we have really tight schedules that mean that we can only really get together to play for 4 hours on 1 day a week. Now, we've heard all these great things about Gloomhaven, we're trying to play it, but when we bring it to our tables during our game nights, it's just a slog, it's a lot of suffering, we're not really having much fun.
Right, yeah.
And the two main pieces of and then he asks, right, how can I make Gloomhaven fun for my game group in a 4-hour block, right?
Yeah.
And all of the responses could be funneled into 2 groups.
Yeah.
Group 1 was like, sacrifice a large table in a room to Gloomhaven forever.
Right.
Just leave
it set up there
on this table.
Sure.
Never touch it. It's always there. And then group 2 was like, dedicate 7 hours to playing Gloomhaven instead, and you'll start having fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, and so we didn't want to do that to our customers. We wanted to respect our customers and their time and their energy and get them playing a game and doing the fun things that they want to do as soon as we possibly could get them to. So Tales contains folded poster maps for everything. And this means that, one, all of the maps can be unique. Like, they will all look different from each other.
Right.
So you're not putting together tile 14B with tile 14 again. and trying to imagine that that it's a cave in a special magic area or something, right? It's going to look like that, and it's going to already be arranged. And a lot of stuff is really table readable. Like, here, let me point out with some arrows here, what we see is schemers.
So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to try to give people a good view, so bear with me, because I really suck at this. Okay, so
you've got this.
I got it. How do I move like through the table again? Like, I know zoom in, zoom out works. I can adjust the table. How do I like move my position like on the table looking at it?
Middle mouse, click it.
Oh, okay. So no, it's like working in radiography actually a little bit. So you go ahead and show people like close. I'm like right in on you now, so we're pretty good.
Yeah. So let's see. Like our top schemer is the drunk bandit. And this is how we do the enemy automation, because Tails is GM-less. Nobody has to get stuck being the GM for this game. Now, there are some bookkeeping duties, and those can be split up. However your table decides to do that, we're not involved.
Right.
But the drunk bandit, they only have one scheme. Right beneath the drunk bandit, you've got the troll brute. The brute has two different schemes.
Right.
So at the start of each round, there's a special phase where you're going to roll dice. Now, once again, here's some version sickness. These are pipped dice set up.
I got you.
In the final version of the demo kit, it actually does use the custom dice that are included with Tails.
Cool.
And let me see if I can't find it, actually. Well, here's a cool guy that I'm going to talk about later, potentially, but not necessarily. Here we go.
Okay.
So here's the actual scheme die that you would roll.
Cool.
And each one has, different effects. But at the start of the turn, you roll, and depending on that roll, that chooses which of the schemes this character will do. So, in this hypothetical here, right, the brute is doing the first scheme, this arsonist is doing his first scheme. If it were, 4 instead, he'd be doing this scheme.
Right.
And you do this at the start of each round, so that the players know in advance what each schemer is broadly going to try to do, right? Which lets you plan out a little bit what you might like to do. That sounds pretty powerful, but initiative is random. So maybe you'll get a chance to stop them from doing their thing. Maybe they'll go first and you're host. You don't really know.
That sounds a lot like my luck, so yeah, they will probably go first and I'll be host.
Yeah. But also, because schemers are on the map, like 1, that's just one less thing that you've got to hunt for. And 2, schemers can change from scenario to scenario. So when we reuse standees, like sometimes you just gotta do, because there's only so much cardboard we can pack into one box, right?
Sure.
They'll do different things.
Now, speaking of cardboard, not to segue here a little bit, is this going to all be cardboard? Are there going to be minis involved? Is going to be like, I assume this is coming to Kickstarter at some point, probably, or?
We've already Kickstarted. We Kickstarted it like almost 2 years ago now.
Oh, okay. Then I totally missed that. I'm sorry. I suck.
No. So the hero figures are going to be represented by miniatures. We couldn't get the minis into TSIM because, how do I bet? Our sculptor's just too good, and there are too many polygons in the models.
That works. I like that. That's a good answer.
And I'm not good enough to knock the polygons down enough to actually make them importable to TSIM. Next time we do something like this, we might try to make sure that our sculptor makes one version for production and one version for TSIM.
Okay.
Because that would kind of be the best way to do it.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm not a professional 3D artist. That is not a skill that I've added to my roster yet.
That's okay. You'll get there.
Yeah. So the heroes will be figures. They'll be miniatures. They'll be 3D plastic goodness, and they look great, by the way.
Awesome.
And then the enemies will be represented by standees. And as you might see here, they'll have color-coded bases, which helps you sort of pick out who's who and where they are. We tried to use unique silhouettes for all of the standees instead of 5 variations of ovoid blob.
Yeah, that's good.
To help identify one standee versus another.
Sure.
They have numbers prominently placed on them so that you can tell which one's bandit number 1 and which one's bandit number 2 without struggling. Right, like we tried to build in as much player friendliness to Tales as we possibly could, so that you could actually focus on the fun tactical combat instead of suffering under the sort of poor physical design of a lot of other games.
Gotcha. I will name those games. It's okay. No, I will never say. I will never speak. I love that game.
No, this is, and it's also like, I'll be real with y'all. Like, it's campaign based. You unlock cards as you play through that campaign, so that you can change your heroes' loadouts and so on.
Awesome.
So you'll feel more and more powerful as you go through the campaign and have more and more interesting choices. But this was what I would call like a middleweight dungeon crawl game.
Right.
Verging on lightweight. Right.
But you do have upgrades, and you do get you do upgrade stuff as you go, and you get gear and stuff and things like that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's important. That's like my favorite part of the whole dungeon thing.
Yeah, there's a vault of cards that come with it, and at the end of every scenario in the campaign, it'll tell you, hey, unlock these cards from the vault. Sometimes it'll be like, unlock these cards and retire these other cards.
Mm-hmm.
Because, usually because you just unlocked an upgraded version of those same cards, right?
Right. So it's kind of a little legacy-ish, but not really against. Well, I mean, obviously it's a campaign,
it's a light legacy. It's a light legacy campaign game, sort of thing. So what content is available to you in play changes over the course of the game.
So is it that begs the question: is it replayable, or once you finish the campaign, do you have to inevitably wait for Act 2?
So a lot of people bag on me about replayability after playing the demo, to which I'm like, this is the demo. This is the hour-long baby mode version of the game that we run so that you learn how movement and cards work. This is not the game.
Right.
So Tales, after the first scenario of 25 scenarios, has variable difficulty.
Right.
So, there's story mode, which is quite easy if you just want to sort of experience the content and have fun kicking doors down and bashing monsters and now I have an excuse to read the next bit of the story, that's for. Then there's veteran difficulty, which is sort of the balanced for folks who want a challenge but don't really want to get stomped on. And then there's legend difficulty for folks who want to get stomped on.
Right.
In legend difficulty, this guy becomes a prominent feature of the game, the Doom die. So, in legend difficulty, every damage roll that you make has to include the Doom die. And 3 of the faces are blank. 3 of the faces have this horned icon on it.
Okay.
Right, the Doom icon. And if it's blank, everything's fine. It's all good. And if the Doom icon comes up, you have to discard one of your damage dice, or you take 2 damage that you can't mitigate in any way.
Oh. That's I love not being able to mitigate things. It makes it way more fun.
Exactly. I mean, legend difficulty is for being a big damn hero and
Sure.
a hard version of the game.
Sure, yeah.
There's some replayability, but yeah.
Don't mind me. That's people getting stuff out of the fridge.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, there's some replayability. There's definitely. So as somebody who play tested the game for multiple years, like we've been developing this game for 6 years now, I want to say. Yeah, like I still enjoy playing the scenarios, and sometimes I could very much see somebody going, you know what? We played scenario 14 last game session, and I know that we won, but it was kind of close. But I think we could beat it harder if we did this. What do you think?
And that kind of gives you a little bit of incentive, of course, to not die in the process.
Yeah, and like because you gain so many different card choices as the game progresses. You know, if you take a loss on one of the scenarios, getting to change manipulating your loadout and trying to sort of rebuild your heroes to try and take down the scenario, that can be really fun.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I've played a few games where I've done that. So even in just video games, I've done that. So can I beat this on super? My son is actually he always plays it on whatever the hardest to try to figure that stuff out. So I'm getting a little older now. I don't have as much time to waste, so I don't do that as much anymore. So for me, it's like, but I just want to have fun and like I used to be big into that. So how do we?
Hopefully, 25 scenarios will keep the fans engaged long enough for us to potentially make an next.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think you're on the right track. So tell me, how do we get into this game now so we can, because I'm getting I'm kind of salivating a little bit now. I kind of want to see how this rolls because I'm getting a little excited here. I kind of picked on my blue mage girl, I guess, because I like
Deirdre.
blue. Yeah.
Deirdre's good. Deirdre's a healer, and she's what we like to call a frontline healer, because in any D&D like dungeon crawly kind of thing, you have to give the healers a bit more punch than you might expect, because otherwise healing your buddies doesn't actually feel good.
I mean, sometimes, there's some people that will like that, but yeah, I tend to agree. It's like I like healing, but I also want to, like the cleric, cleric can heal you and then hit something with a mace. I kind of prefer that healer version rather than just a pure backup.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Deirdre's very good, like all good, experienced companies making healer-type characters. We're like, we'll give you some special treats if you play the healer. Go for it.
Right.
So Deirdre, best girl. Fiona, also best girl. I'll play Fiona. You can play Deirdre. There's also Gurki and Zot, but I'm perfectly happy not playing them both in this scenario. The scenario kind of runs best with 3 people, up to 4, but we're good gamers. We can do this.
Sure, yeah. I was just ogling the art for Pookie. That is definitely something.
Pookie's so fun. Pookie's a lot of fun.
That is great.
Such a fan favorite character that we knew he had to be in this game.
Oh, without a doubt.
Not in some little half-assed way, right?
Yeah, totally not.
So Zot gets Pookie to come with him on the adventures, and they get up to shenanigans. Some of Zot's abilities make the presence of Pookie important.
I like I gave a little standee for Pookie. That's great.
Yes. There's a little miniature for Pookie as well.
Yep. Awesome.
It's just incredible. It's outrageous. It looks just like this art, honestly.
That's amazing.
With a little swoosh kind of thing near his feet so that they don't break off of the base, right?
Well, sure, yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, let's see here. So this is the demo scenario. The story is that this guy here, Wrench's beer goat, was recently invented by a very excited kobold named Wrench. And Wrench somehow convinces Warthorn, the owner of the Red Dragon Inn, to use the beer goat to carry deliveries of his booze, including the latest expensive shipment of Dragon's Breath Ale.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, on the way, Wrench's beer goat got kidnapped by a bunch of bandits who
What the heck?
took him away to their hidden forest woodland cabin drinking spot. For a Michigander, it's sort of like the hunting lodge of your euchre buddies. Right?
Okay, sure.
Hunting season, right?
Yeah.
So we agree as a party to go and get the beer goat back and rescue the ale because it's your regular joint. You want them to like you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you've tracked down this bandit hideout and broken down the door. And then Wrench's beer goat brings to life. Some of the drunks start to rouse themselves. And it's gonna be a fight to get that goat back. So let's see. There's just
I'm all for fighting for a beer goat. That is literally. I mean, that is the best reason to get up in the morning. Fight for the beer goat.
Fight for the beer goat. He's a good boy.
He is. He looks like a good boy.
There's fun stuff here. Oh, I can't delete the Pookie. Okay, that's fine. Pookie is too strong for my administrative.
Oh no, he's totally. I don't want to tick him off. He looks angry. Will even be.
He's intimidating.
He's intimidating.
All them teeth. So I have set up the map.
Okay.
Right now we have 2 bandits and 1 brute standing up here. For this first round, we're going to go in sort of a surprise round order, and our enemies aren't going to activate because they're drunk and they just stood themselves up and are rubbing the beer goggles out of their eyes.
That makes sense.
I grab a little water because I'm getting a little.
Oh yeah, by all means, please do.
Yeah.
If there's any tinniness,
right back.
Yeah, don't worry. My kid's making food in the background, so ignore him too. So everybody, for those that are just joining, this is Jen from Slugfest Games. She's showing us her new game, Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. Now this is kind of, I'm broadcasting on my own, so this is kind of an amateur effort getting this whole mic and everything working. So if there's any issues, just throw them in the chat, please. Or if I'm too loud, I'll make some adjustments. But if you hear any rattling of tacos in the background, that is my son making dinner.
I didn't know tacos made it sound like that.
They do. They're very hard tacos, to be fair.
Okay. Your son with strong teeth.
He is. He's very strong. He's like Pookie. He's like Pookie right there. He kind of looks like Pookie. So that's a lot of teeth there.
Good. So, yep, we're going to do the fixed initiative order and enter right into the combat phase of our turn.
Okay.
Now, part of the combat phase that you'll notice here in the playing the round block is 1. Wrench's beer goat activates first.
Right.
So we'll look at Wrench's beer goat's scheme, and it says leap 3 following the yellow escape route. That is this yellow dotted line that goes through some very conspicuous looking icons and then ends here at the X.
Gotcha.
If this figure would end this activation at the same space as another figure, deal that figure 3 damage, move it to a space of the player's choice.
Okay.
So, if there's an enemy on that route, they're not going to stop him. The beer goat has too much momentum and too much beer.
That makes sense.
Yep. And then, because he's loaded down with Dragon's Breath Ale and it's spilling everywhere, we place a 3 damage trap in each space this figure moves out of. So what this guy's going to do is, and also leap 3. You'll see that he leaps, but other guys move. Movement is walking around on the ground and having to worry about where your feet are. Leaping is leaping, jumping, flying, teleporting, and you don't really have to care about the intervening spaces from where you start and stop. That's
Sounds like-
important because you cannot move through enemy figures, right? You can
Okay.
move through friendly figures,
Mhm.
but you can't move through an enemy, but you can leap over them. And that's what the beer goat is going to do. 1, 2, 3, and land there and distribute those traps. So there's going to be a trap here and a trap here, and one is going to land on this bandit and activate instantaneously.
Oh,
3. And he didn't like that, so he is 3 damage off of his 6 fortitude. He's halfway down already.
all right, go.
Yes, he's a good boy, once again. We like him.
Now, do the traps affect us if we hit them? I assume no? Oh.
We don't want to step in those traps. Dragon's Breath Ale does not choose its friends or its enemies.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That makes sense.
So we don't want to step in that, but we might have opportunities to push some bad guys into those traps over the course of the game.
Mhm.
Now we go to the hero initiative. Once again, this is the surprise round, so Fiona's going to go first. Face Wrecking Fiona, and I think I'm going to have her play not this one, but this one, a fight I'm in.
Now, out of curiosity, did we choose that, or is it says it's an initiative token? So normally we'd have to pull an initiative token, or
right now, the surprise round is just to get people punching things and playing with the cards as quickly as possible.
of course,
And in
yeah.
the next round, we'll do regular initiative, and I'll show you how that works.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So just to preface things for you, Fiona's going to go, then Deirdre's going to go, and then we're going to move to the objective phase and then start a new turn.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Fiona's going to activate a fight I'm in. Now, in Fiona's turn, in fact, pardon me while I hunt in a different mod for the components that I need for this.
No worries.
Need it, because I think we're smart enough for these tokens, but screw it.
Mhm.
Here we go. There we go. So when it's our turn to go, when our initiative token is drawn or other things happen that give us a turn.
I like there's a tile for a shenanigan. That's
Well,
that's
whenever it's our turn, we get 2 actions and a shenanigan. And these tiles are here to help us keep track of what we've done so far in the round.
okay.
So I'll flip this over and spend that tile and declare that I'm playing a fight I'm in. Now this is an action with
Right.
a cooldown cost of 3. So when I play a card with a cooldown cost, first I put 3 cooldown tokens on it.
Mhm.
That means that I can't use this card until all of those cooldown tokens are removed.
Okay.
And then I play through the card. I resolve it from top to bottom. So first Fiona will move 3, and then she will make a melee attack of 2 dice against 1 foe.
Just offhand, where did you get the? Oh, move 3 is part of the action. That's right. Okay, I see what you're saying. My bad.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yep. No worries. So let's see here. You know what? Destruction, death,
Yeah.
doom.
Yes.
I'm gonna damage the guy who's already damaged. I'm gonna do the thing
You gotta do
I'm
the
supposed
thing.
to do in this kind of game, and focus damage.
I like it.
So I get 2 yellow dice and I roll them. So each one of these little bursty, pointy guys is a damage point.
Awesome.
This exclamation mark is an inspiration point.
Oh.
Now, whenever you make a roll with yellow dice and more inspiration icons crop up than there are dice currently in this epic pool, you add 1 die to the epic pool.
Oh,
The
okay.
epic pool kind of represents our teamwork, right? Like, anybody can use dice from the epic pool
Okay.
when they have the opportunity to do so. either to make their defenses stronger or to make an attack that they're making stronger.
What is the max limit on the epic pool? Like, what is the max die limit on that?
I think it's 3, but for the demo it's a bit lower because we're just kind of low level and popping around.
Yeah, sure.
Additionally, a roll that contains epic dice can't add epic dice to the pool. So, for instance, if Fiona had rolled this, right? If these 3 dice were her roll, she would not add a die to the pool.
Because you have one in there. I get you.
Yeah. But this deals 2 damage. I'm not satisfied with that, so I'm going to spend one of my damage boost tokens to up that damage by 1 to make it 3.
Murder.
And knock this bandit right out. Murder. He's not really getting murdered.
You sure? Yeah, totally.
This isn't a grimdark game. Look, there's colors.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It is very colorful for a lot of murdering. He passed out. He went to sleep.
He took a little nap, like he really needed to. So I still have 1 more action to go and 1 shenanigan. Let's see here. What do I want to do?
You could pull somebody, or because the other one has no move to it. Can you you can't use it because you got a cooldown. Yeah, so you can't swing at that guy. So probably best to pull him. I would think.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll pull him. I'll pull him over. I'll use my shenanigan. That's a little out of sequence, but I trust you'll forgive me. I'll spend the tile and flip it over to its gray saturated. So range 3, pull 2. I'm gonna pull this brute. Now this yellow marker is going to be important in a moment. Well, in fact, I'll tell you right now. This yellow border means that space is difficult space. There's tables, and it costs an extra point of movement to move into that space. You ignore it when you're leaping, because you're leaping over the table. You also ignore it for forced movement. But,
now, is there any line of sight in this game, by the way? I don't know what your line of sight is in regards to.
Nope. You can... So in Tales, what we have is called a line of fire. And that line of fire, the requirement is that it's contiguous spaces, right? You can't draw a line of fire through a wall like this, right? You have to go through contiguous movable spaces. If you couldn't move through that space, like if it's an impassable space or a wall,
or like an enemy, like if you're trying to hit an enemy behind another enemy,
you can absolutely draw your line of fire through any other figure, friend or foe.
Oh, okay, cool.
So making the rule book was hard enough without having to do line of sight. So pretty early on in development, we were like, no line of sight, screw that, forget about it.
Yeah, it does eat up a bit of rule time in games, for sure.
And it causes so many arguments. So we decided, nah, never mind that. Our guys are big damn heroes. They're good at doing ricochet shots. They're casting magic bolts. And their enemies are really good at what they do. It also means that line of fire can be used in multiple ways, logically, which is not relevant to this demo. But is a part of what I like about actually playing this game.
I like that.
Certain rules really resemble each other in intuitive ways.
Yeah.
It tends to be good game design. So, now that I've gotten this troll to stand next to me like an idiot, I'm gonna bash him with, I don't wear this. Well, you know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll. No. Nah, I'll do it. Let's spend all of my gas. I don't have all this armor just for defense. So that's that action. Roll the dice again. Oh, so these big bursts are critical hits.
Nice.
So each critical hit that you roll adds 1 to the damage, and then you re-roll the die and add the result. And if you roll more crits, you just keep going.
So these are technically 2 damage apiece, and then you're going to re-roll them both in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at you.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 damage and 2 inspiration icons. So there's our second die for the epic pool.
So, well, actually, was the crit? So the crit is only 1 damage then? It's just a 1 damage plus a reroll, or is it 2 damage plus a reroll?
It's 1 damage plus a reroll.
It's 1 damage plus
the
a reroll.
The ability
okay.
to reroll is the sweetness, the good stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, if you roll these 2 inspiration, and you would normally get 2 dice then, or is it just 1 per?
You only add 1 whenever you get the opportunity to add 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
If there were no epic dice in the pool and I rolled 2 inspiration icons, I would still only add 1 die.
Okay. All right.
All right. So that is Fiona's turn all the way over. Let's pass it over to Deirdre.
Awesome.
You might notice that some of your cards have charge tokens on them. You notice over they'll say charge.
Yep.
So when you activate a charged ability, first you spend a charge from that card, and then you resolve with the effect. Once again, starting from the top and going down line by line.
Right.
When you're out of charges, you can't use the ability any longer for the rest of the game. Yep.
That seems like it's going to run out really quick, though. So basically, I can only use this ability 3 times, and then the other one 3 times for the whole game.
You can only use your potion of scrapes and bruises twice, that kind of thing. So that creates a different sort of planning. I will say that since this scenario hinges completely on the beer goat, we're going to be playing 4 rounds after this one. So if you burn through these charge abilities in the next 4 rounds, then you'll be playing pretty hard, and by the last round you'll be kind of trying to figure out what you can do. But what you can do is the stuff on your hero mat.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we have basically the generic stuff. Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. Generic abilities that you can always use no matter what. You can even use them multiple times a turn because they are cooldown abilities with 0 cooldown.
Oh, okay. I dig it. I like that. That's pretty. It's pretty intuitive. Go ahead.
Deirdre also has a shenanigan-based move, which is super nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so it gives you that third action, that third ability.
It's not really a third action. It's just that sometimes when you are playing not Deirdre, you're going to be stuck spending one of your actions to move. Like Fiona's going to be definitely doing that next turn.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, that's actually really, really awesome. So yeah, I mean, definitely each character is tailored for their own plan.
She's got some flexibility for her.
So I'm gonna try this Wings of Alana led fast to my foes. So let me see here. I'll remove a charge. Let me see if I move 1 charge, and then I'm going to leap 2. So I'm going to move my character 2. Let me see if I can. Well, do I have to leap the full 2, or can I just stop at 1?
1, you can not leap if you want to, although that means that you wouldn't be able to melee anybody. But
no.
But you can move 2.
And then it says melee attack plus. What does it say? Plus what? 2 foes?
A yellow die plus 1, 2 foes. So Deirdre can melee attack up to 2 foes who are adjacent to her right now.
Oh, well, it's only gonna be the 1, sadly. But I do get to push. I do get to push him. It looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I will. You will be able to do what you're thinking with this attack.
Actually, it's funny. I didn't realize the range 2 attack will push the target as well. That's actually not bad. Now
pushes 1 though.
That is true.
Yeah, that's not going to push the guy I think you're going to target into the space I think you're going to push them to.
I was...
Put it like that.
Okay. Now, so the what it says right here, it says burst. What does burst mean, by the way? It says burst on that.
All right. So in a burst attack, there are 3 types of attack. There's melee, ranged, and burst. In a burst attack, if you zoom way into the card,
Yep.
that gray spot is your hero's figure.
Okay.
That's the attacker using that burst, and the red spots are the viable attack spaces. So a burst will target every available foe in the red spaces.
Right. Okay. So, I actually had originally a different idea, but I think I'm going to go with the idea you're probably thinking of. So, I'm going to flip over this action. How do I flip things again?
F.
Oh, duh. Yes. And then I will roll this dice plus, what is it, plus 1, is that plus 1 damage?
So you're just gonna add 1 damage to whatever you end up with. Do you want to empower your attack with an epic die?
Sure, why not? I can do that. How do I do that? Do I just pull the die?
You just take the die from the epic pool and you roll it with your damage when you roll.
Awesome. And so anybody can do that anytime, and when you use the die, is it out of the pool then?
It's out of the pool until it gets added back for another roll later on.
And then, what was my other question? So you can pull you can do that only 1 dice at a time, or could you, like, theory, yank them all if you wanted to?
You could yank all of them if you wanted.
Okay, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that crazy,
okay.
but I will.
Okay.
R is roll?
R is roll. You got it. You marquee selected them. And as you can see, the epic dice are strong. So Deborah has done 6 damage.
Nice.
With this attack, so this guy is a hurtin unit.
Then I'm going to... Oh, he's got 15... I'm sorry, go ahead. He has 16.
Yep, so he's only got 6 left.
It's already... I'm trying not to... I'm already intuitively kind of, because you play so many games, I'm like, I see where this is going, and I'm trying not to... So yell at me if I cut ahead of you, because I'm like, I get where this is going.
No, it's cool.
Get a little excited here. So that's a sign of a good game. I'm getting...
slightly bad demoer by indulging in hypotheticals, but whatever.
Whatever.
We're doing, and we're not actually on a clock. If I were at a convention, my boss would yell at me a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, also.
No, you're on Misfit time. We take all the time we want. We don't care. We just.
Right. when an enemy figure takes damage, we put the damage on their tracker card, which is next to their scheme block, and that helps make sense of a lot of resolution later on. But let's resolve your push.
So my push is going to be 2. Now, can I push him through you? Or is it like a leap?
No, you cannot push somebody through another figure.
Well, okay, well, it doesn't really matter though.
The way gets resolved is, that's perfectly legal, and I will explain in the boring demo way. When you push them 1 space at a time up to the number of the push, and each space you push the enemy figure into needs to be at least 1 space further, well, at least nothing. It needs to be 1 space further away from your hero than the previous space it was in.
Right. Like I couldn't push him. I basically couldn't push him like here, basically.
Right. Exactly. So.
Which is fine. So he's gonna go there and take 3 more damage for giggles.
That's right. I need to do that.
What's a trap? I'm throwing the trap on there. I was gonna give him extra damage. So that worked out very well.
He has 3 fortitude left.
All right, I like this.
He's having a bad night.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine. So now the question is, should I? I'm going to be like you. I'm going to go for the murder, death, kill here. I'm going to use my.
Allow me to suggest that you play this recklessly and just go.
I'm going to shenanigan for move 4. Going to bounce down here. And then I could, although, wait a minute, you know what, I'm silly. I actually, I don't need to shenanigan that. I can actually do, my bad, you know what? I'm going to put her back here. Sorry, I had a better idea. Wait a minute. Was I was here.
That was where you were. You were here.
I was here. Okay. I was seeing. Yeah, no, I was there because I left too. I was like, I could attack him, but he's too far away for my divine strike. I was like, oh, maybe I could just divine strike him from there. So, I mean, I still can. I'm going to move 4 anyway, I guess. Now, do the move points...
But you could... Hold on.
Oh, okay.
You could spend a charge from I Have Come to Help and leave 3, and then you or a friend in range to gain a shield token, and then I can explain to you what shield token is.
That sounds like an amazing idea. Let's do it. Now, do move points go away after you use them, by the way? Are they points, or is it just a matter of you do that and the move is done, by the way?
You do it and the movement is stopped.
Okay.
Points is a way to talk about integer changes, but I now realize as you are asking that question that points could mean persistent points, and that's not how. Okay. That's not how this game works.
Gotcha. I kind of figured, but I was just checking. So I shenaniganed. I gonna leave.
Not done.
No. Okay. So I use a charge. No, you're good. So I use a charge. I left 3, and then you are a foe in range 2. Gain 2.
Friend in range 2.
Yes, I'm gonna give it to you since you are my friend. Yes.
Oh, I will put it to good use. I promise that this is my favorite shield token. And
love it like you would the shield token. Yeah, okay, little quick cards. And one of my preaching things is quick cards. I absolutely love quick cards.
Yes, yeah. No, we got those. If you hover over a card and press Alt in Tabletop Simulator, it'll immediately pop up a much larger version of that card for you to read.
Okay. I'm going to try to... My clan here is telling me that my mic is coming in hot here. Maybe we could adjust that. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. I'm going to lower my mic. Can you hear me still? Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna try
Somebody says I sound like an adult in Peanuts.
What? Who said that?
Amanda Fasciano. So not me, you probably.
No, she's talking about me. My mic is very hot. I'm trying to adjust it to see if I can fix it at all. Yeah, they all tell me like, move the mic away from your mouth. It's just I have such a good mic. It's just so amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna lower it. Hopefully that helped a little bit. Because I want microphone too strong. So I gave you a shield token. It looks like we have oh, look at that. You take -2. So basically, you chuck them and you take less 2 damage. Basically.
2 damage less. Yep.
Awesome. I like it.
It's a good time.
I like it.
So what do you do with your last action?
I'm gonna do a divine strike. I think that sounds like a.
Okay.
Since I want to save at least a couple of
empower this attack.
How much health does he have left? He doesn't have much left, does he?
He has
16?
3 health left.
I'm not going to empower that. I'm just going to go for the plain
that's
old.
smart, especially since I know what you're going to do.
Yeah, you see it coming.
I see it coming. I'm a prophet. He takes the 1, and then you push him 1. You push him 1 exactly where I thought you might. He takes 3 damage from the trap, and he's KO.
KO. All right.
He is toast, so now I take his tracker card and shuffle it back into the supply. For reasons. Yes. Alright, so that is the end of our surprise round. We go after that to the objective phase. Step 1 of the objective phase of this demo scenario is to check for fireplace damage. So if any figure is standing in one of these red bordered spaces during the objective phase, they take 3 damage. You can read up about that right here in the new features block.
Awesome.
But nobody's there, so nobody's going to take fireplace damage. And then we check if Wrench's Beer Goat is on the objective space, this big yellow X, then we win. But he's a bit distant from there. So we move on to the ready phase. At the start of the ready phase, we'll remove 1 cooldown marker from each ability card. So, Yona's got some cooldown stuff to do. And that's it. Then we roll the scheme dice. Oh, that's a fun one. And that's there.
That's a fun one. I like the way you put that. That's a fun one.
It sure is. It is actually kind of fun to resolve, but it is a bit galaxy brained. Thanks, Sam. So we're gonna create the initiative bag. So we're going to take our hero tokens and put them in the initiative bag, and also the initiative token for every schemer group that has a figure of its type on the board. Right now that's only the bandits. But it's going to change shortly because combat phase. The beer goat activates first. So once again, it's going to leave 3, 1, 2, 3, and leave traps. 1, 2.
He does like leaving traps, doesn't
he? He sure does. Just spilling Dragon's Breath Ale everywhere. And he just landed on this blue key space. So the beer goat's making a lot of noise. Spilling Dragon Breath Ale everywhere, and these two drunks have woken up.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to deploy this brute.
I think I fixed my mic. Did this sound a little different now, by the way? I think it was
does sound a little different.
Oh,
it sounds
good.
louder and louder.
Good. Okay. I actually found out the problem was I was actually running under my webcam mic and not the actual mic on my head. So that would be much better, I think.
Good.
I occasionally.
Yeah. So when we deploy a new schemer to a space, first we reveal a tracker card from these tracker. Oh no! Uh-oh. I got disconnected too. This is going to be fun.
Did we both get disconnected? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna have to reload that here. Does it save our spot? I can't remember.
It does. It might be a few changes behind, but it does autosave. So I'm gonna create server again.
Let me know how I sound. I had the wrong mic set, so let me know if I sound better. Thank you. With Misfit Amanda on the back end here helping.
I think this is the most recent save. Yeah, alright.
So we good? Alright, let me hop back in.
It is that. I'm going to take a quick restroom break. It looks like we were at the objective phase. Yep, when this saved. So
awesome.
Let's see. I'll just pull cooldown markers off, create the initiative bag, and then I will be back in just a couple hot seconds.
No worries, I'm connecting now, so you're good.
Good.
So for those who are watching, in case you missed or in case you popped back in, I got my mic problems fixed. I was apparently under the wrong mic, so hopefully this sounds better. We are playing with Jen from Slugfest Games. They have their new game, Tales of the Red Dragon, in. This is a dungeon crawler, but a lighter fare dungeon crawler, but also a very fun and long dungeon crawler. This 25 campaigns. It was ended in Kickstarter a couple of years ago. So it'll be coming out soon here. They have demo kits coming out to stores, and we will definitely put info in here all about this game. We are huge fans of Slugfest Games. For those who maybe played the Red Dragon in games where you get drunk and brawl your friends to be the one on top, they are branching out into a lot more complex and more dungeon crawly, more fantasy, fun titles. And yeah, I'm super excited for this. This looks like a winner. I'm liking the concept of a lighter, not really necessarily a lighter dungeon crawler, but something that isn't as complex. While I do like complex games, this game looks like way easier to kind of bust out and have fun without spending a whole day or 8 hours to play through one campaign or two. This looks like a lot of fun. It definitely hits a middleweight kind of light, maybe even light, but more middle, I think. For a dungeon crawler, and it looks good. Even this is Even this is just sharp looking, and this isn't even the final version of it. So Jen is back here, it looks like.
And hello.
Hello. Hello there.
Thanks for that short delay. Let's see. Time to do over. Oh yeah, I got all them scheme dice too.
Yep.
You know what? I remember that this guy was doing something that I wanted to happen, so I'm just gonna reroll, set it to the thing. 1, 2, 3. Doink. Doink. 3 damage to this guy. All right, and then we reveal that Brute 3 is going to be here, and Bandit 1 is going to be here.
So you basically rolled him in. Sorry, I'm looking over here because I blanked out there for a second because I'm smelling tacos.
Yep. The powerful, mind-altering allure of tacos.
Oh yeah, no, you know it.
So I rolled their scheme dice to determine what they were going to do this round, and then as a reaction to Wrench's beer goat landing on this blue key space, the blue bordered spaces get enemies deployed to them.
Gotcha.
They wake up in a startled fit as this big jangling metal robot loaded down with beer bottles rattles next to them and makes a lot of noise.
It's an amazing creation.
An amazing creation, totally top-notch, just disrupting the beer delivery economy, innovating.
Yeah, innovation is painful.
It's living. It's and because I added this brute to the map, and there was not a blue brute initiative token in the bag, I added that to the bag. Shuffle it again.
Gotcha.
And now that we've created the initiative bag, we've activated the beer goat, we've updated it. It's time to draw initiative. So the drunk bandits go first.
Oh boy.
Yep, and here's a little usability feature that I often forget to use, but I can take that initiative pog and I can put it just right above the tracker card for the enemy that's activating.
Okay.
And that can help me keep track of who still needs to go.
Got it.
So 1 goes first.
It goes from one and upwards, right?
Yep, it all goes in ascending order, starting with the lowest number and going to the highest.
I like simplicity.
Absolutely. But that simplicity is a part of why we create the tracker decks and then randomly draw them when we deploy figures to the board. That way, whichever guy's going to go first might not necessarily be in a particularly advantageous position, or they might be in a great position for them, in a bad position for us. We don't know. Having a little quick typey type with my buddy about dinner tonight, because I am not smelling tacos, which is doing great for me and not feeling hungry. But the less we talk about food, the better it's going to be for me, let me put it.
I'm being slowly tortured, yes.
An excellent solution has just been proposed.
Oh. What would that be?
We have a local business called East Side Fish Fry. If you are in the Lansing area, you should check it out. You should order probably delivery, because that's kind of the best, fastest way to get it.
I wish I was now.
And they do really good French fries, and they serve really good fish. And they also have like chicken wings and fried okra and like all the good stuff that you really want from a fry joint.
Oh man, getting hungry now.
They serve freshwater fish.
Huh.
Like, nobody does this, except that, we're in Michigan, and so we actually do have a strong supply of freshwater fish. But even here, it's like, who serves perch? Who serves trout? Right?
Yeah. No, not really anybody.
But yeah, they'll do that. And you know what else was going to happen?
What?
Drunk Bandit number 1 is going to go.
we got waylaid by food. Food bandit.
Food chat. This is now the Food Misfits.
Yes, it is.
About delicious food.
We're gonna overhaul it to a food channel. We're gonna be a Food Network now. We're just gonna talk about food we like, and different freshwater fish we like to eat.
Oh man, if you think that like getting the stream set up working for this is hard, food is so much harder.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I have no doubt.
Yeah. Speaking of so much harder, this Drunk Bandit's gonna hit us really hard.
Oh no.
Incredulous head shaking. So when we resolve an enemy's scheme, we do it just mostly exactly like we do it for the cards, for heroes' ability cards. So we start from top to bottom, and we resolve each line one at a time. So he's going to move forward to his nearest foe. He can move through friends, so he can move through group 3 with no trouble. And schemers are lazy. They want to do the least amount of movement to get to where they're going. So he's going to go 1, 2. Oh, look, that puts him in front of Wrench's Beer Goat. Which
no.
You punch the goat for 2 damage.
How could you punch a goat? What kind of person are you?
He's a thieving, stealing, punching things bandit, man. So I put 2 damage tokens on the Beer Goat's tracker card. And that is his activation. So next up is number 6. He doesn't even have to move to punch the Beer Goat. That's just going to happen.
What the heck, guys? Stop punching the Beer Goat. Jeez.
I'm going to swap one of these single damage tokens for a 3 because he's taken 4, and that's an easier way to see it. And that's their activation.
Right.
Now, Deirdre's turn. Save that goat.
I am torn. Okay, so
if the Beer Goat is destroyed, the players do lose.
I see that. I saw that coming. I'll be honest. I was extremely.
Did I mention that? He's playing like he understands that that's the truth, but I don't remember saying.
Yeah.
We gotta protect the goat. We gotta protect the goat.
We gotta protect. No, I am all about that.
He's the master of context clues here.
I do try. So this Drunken Bandit now. If I push him, does he take the trap damage for each space that he has pushed through? By the way.
Yes. Yeah. If you were attacking this guy and you could push him you could push him here, and then here. Like if the goat was pushing him for some reason, right?
Right.
Then you could totally do that. That's completely fair game.
All right, then I know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna take this charge off. Boop. I'm gonna leap 2. Boop boop.
Okay, but remember.
Oh, wait a minute! I can't do that. Oh, because he's gonna be next to me.
That's not how push works.
Oh no! Okay, never mind. I thought I was being clever there for a hot minute.
So you could still kind of do that. Yeah, that's melee.
Yeah.
So you'd be getting. You could still use your shenanigan-based move to get here, right?
Yeah, could do that. And then whack them 2 over.
Melee 2 guys. And then push them this way, if you wanted.
I like that. Let's do that. Let's go with that. So 1, 2, 3, boop. That's probably gonna be my best bet. And then I will do what I was talking about before, the leap. But I don't need to leap, obviously, right? That's not necessary.
So you're leaping 0 now. Because
leaping 0.
Leap as much or as little of that leap as you want.
I'm all about that. Now, does this damage, it says attack, I do roll separate for each attack, for each character?
You roll once.
Roll once?
With the burst attacks.
Okay, I'm going to power this.
Game go fast. We're not here all night. And do it.
I'm all about that. Whee!
Maximize.
Oh, yes!
All right.
So I'm going to
re-roll the epic dice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright.
Those bandits are very sad. Bandit number 6 actually is KO'd.
Yeah.
So I will return that tracker card.
And then for giggles.
Number 1 took 5, so he is 1 away from getting KO'd.
Oop.
And you that does work, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's also KO'd. In this
Wait, does it work?
action.
Wait, does it work? Because wait, there's a second.
He was here.
Oh, he was here. Yes. Yes.
Yep. So
Yep.
that is farther away, so it does work.
Yep. Look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing. Oh,
Yeah, just a wrecking ball. Deirdre good.
Deirdre good, yeah, very good.
Deirdre good. One thing that I'll say about Tales also is like we reuse the core first 2 sets of Red Dragon Inn characters a lot when we're doing other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And Tales really made me like the main party more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it made me like the characters a lot more. Because we had Jeff Batone write the story for everything. And the story's pretty good. We spent a lot of long, argumentative meetings making it good. Along with Jeff's excellent writing skills. And so that, they behave well in that. And then they play well. They play in a way that feels good and different and in character.
They do feel very much in character. I was just saying that. I'm doing my basic Divine Strike, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Alright. Just plinking away at that troll?
Yep. I'm going to do, what is that, 1 damage? And I'm going to push 1 to target. So I'm just bouncing back. Just 1 over here. Boop.
Sure.
I mean, I guess I could bounce it back there. Might be better. Yeah, that'd be better.
Either way is a little difficult for me, Fiona. But
or should I push him toward? Would you prefer I push him towards you? I could bounce him. I could. Can I push? Well, if I can't push him near me.
So that's not how push works. You have to push him away.
So yeah, I'll just bounce him over here then, I guess. But.
Okay. I mean, you could push him here.
Would that help you?
Because he was here.
Would that help you?
That might help me. Yeah.
All right, we'll bounce him over there then.
Welcome to the we're free to cooperate with each other.
We're psychically linked.
We do. Psychically linked. I'm actually in a terrible position here. I did not play super good last turn, but sin boldly. This demo is not about making maximal optimized decisions.
No, it's just to murder things. That is the whole point.
I'm supposed to run in there and kick down the door and kick some asses and have a good time and go yahoo. With just a little more sophistication than roll dice and shout wahoo. Let's see. Okay. Alright, I can just make it. I'm gonna spend my action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And be right there in that troll's face.
In his face.
In his face! And then I'm gonna punch that face. Yeah! Punch that face with my onboard Hero Mat ability. Power Attack! 2 yellow dice, 1 foe. And if there was another foe adjacent to him, I'd do 1 damage to that figure, but there's nobody else there. Do I want that epic? Yes. Yes, I do.
Do it.
Selfish. Oh!
Oh, jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And no epic die hatting because there's no bueno.
No, but I still hit him nice and hard, and that was great. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna boost it. I'm gonna spend that boost. I'm just gonna sort of put it over here in the supply to boost it for an additional damage because I like hurting people. And then I'm gonna spend my shenanigan to activate my homing stone, which says if I have any damage boost tokens, I gain 1. If I don't have any, I gain 2.
Nice.
Activate that. Put the cooldown on and regain my boost tokens, my little friends.
Yeah.
And now the troll brute goes. And unfortunately, he's alone on the board right now. So his fun scheme is not really going to do all of the fun, silly things that I like that it does. But
I had to murder all the things. I'm sorry.
Yep, you're just too good at your job. So this scheme, though, says that the nearest friendly figure performs its top scheme. But if there are no other allied figures, this figure performs one from his first scheme. So he's going to move forward to the beer goat.
Didn't we roll it for him anyway on this?
We did, but remember that that's what this says.
If there are no other allied, so that's only on a 5 or a 6 though.
Oh well, I'm bad at reading numbers.
I didn't see anything. I saw nothing.
You saw nothing. Gen 4 is different from 5. How come? Who says? So yeah, he'll do this thing. He doesn't even have to move to punch the beer goat. He will melee attack 3 all foes. So that's going to hit the beer goat and Fiona.
No.
So the beer goat is going to have a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily he is chonky. I'm going to spend my shield token to only take 1 damage. So I'm down to 7 fortitude, but that's not something to panic over. And that's his turn over, and the initiative bag is empty. So, objective phase, once more. Fireplace damage, nobody's taking fireplace damage. Beer goat X, beer goat not in X. So, back to the ready phase, where we get ready for the next round of combat.
Awesome.
Cooldown tokens get removed.
Ready to murder all the things.
All the things.
All the
Roll.
things.
And then we create the initiative back. And bam. Oh, so challenging. So hard.
It's going to be another hour before we're ready. At least.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Just really sweating. Wrench's beer goat activates. Leaves 1, 2, 3. Leaves a trap. 1, 2.
I forgot, maybe I missed something. What do the keys mean again? Key event. Oh, that's triggering the guys. Right.
Wrench's beer goat just landed on this purple key. These 3 dudes in these purple spaces will now deploy to the map. Deploy an arsonist.
Uh-oh.
Right there, and 2 drunken bandits. So
I'm gonna have to murder him first.
And drunken bandit 2. And now that I've deployed them, I'll do that. And I've added some dudes to the map that weren't there before, so I add their initiative tokens.
Alright.
Let's see, yep, the beer goat didn't land on anybody, didn't push anybody out of his way. Beer goat, your performance is poor this round. Oh, and it's gonna be worse.
Oh boy. That is not. No bueno.
Mm-mm. So, let's see, bandit number 2 is gonna go first. And that means he's starting from here. Move 4 nearest foe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enemies want to take the shortest distance that they can, but they also want to take the shortest safe distance that they can. So they're going to try to not step on the trap. And he's going to attack 2, our sweet beer goat.
No!
Who I've just named Rodney.
Rodney, huh?
I don't know. Who's the first that comes to mind?
That works.
Rodney, no!
No.
And then this guy is going to go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he kinda can't do it. So basically.
So will he move his max that he can safely?
Yes, he will move the max that he can safely. And the rubric, I know that it's a little outdated rules-wise, but the rubric that I tend to use for this demo is that you should plan out their move like they are creating a path of movement as though they had infinite movement, right?
Okay.
But let's say, here we go, since I'm going to be a bad demoer again, and we're going to go into hypothetical land. Let's say that this was his trap situation.
Right.
He would step on a trap. He would go through.
Oh, okay.
Because he really has no other options, right?
Right.
In order to try and go through his scheme.
So in this case, wouldn't he move through the trap then to attack the beer goat?
No. No, he is welcome to not.
Okay.
He's gonna activate as much of his scheme as he can. Once again, I don't remember the specifics of why he makes those decisions that way, but
that's okay.
As I recall, like, if he has no other option but to step on a trap to try and fulfill his movement, then he does. The movement is kind of priority over attacking, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
So let's see. But also let's see who's his closest foe, because it could actually be not the beer goat. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's tied for the beer goat and Fiona. I'm sick of our Rodney taking damage, so
do we get to choose?
We do get to choose.
Awesome.
General cases where there's an equal choice, players choose.
Awesome.
Oh, but you know what? Actually, I did it wrong because I didn't take into account these difficult tables. So he is going to go towards the beer goat because this is actually 5.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
So he moves here and then he stops and he goes, I'm going to get that beer goat. And that's his action. And next up is Fiona. There.
Time to murder things.
Time to murder things. Okay, 7 damage down. That's not a lot. Good damage boosts. And that arsonist is rough.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's tough. I don't want him to do his thing. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on him. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then,
that move 5 is nice.
Yeah, the move 5 is pretty sweet. And then I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him with the power attack.
Good word.
I can't roll the epic dice for that. I need to roll the attack dice for that. And I do 2 damage. That is incorrect. I'm gonna spend a boost. I'm gonna do 3 damage.
Definitely, yeah.
There we go. That felt at least moderately thick. Leaves me with a shenanigan. Oh, I could pull a foe. So I'm going to pull the brute closer to me to make it easier for you to line up a burst attack, maybe?
I was just thinking that, actually.
Alright. Great minds think alike.
I'll take that.
So that's that. So 1. So I can't pull him here, unfortunately. Because once he's here, he can't get closer to me.
Why that?
Because he's already 1 hex away from me. And this is also 1 hex away from me.
Oh, duh.
So that was perhaps not as useful as I thought, but we're gonna let that play stand.
Okay.
Next up, Deirdre. Tear them up.
Now, my burst, well, it doesn't hit you, I assume it just hits enemies, correct?
Yeah, there's no friendly fire in this.
Thank you, I was hoping.
Yes, so you could get here, and burst
Yep.
the hell out of
Nice.
these two guys, and I'll just be like, "Is that a light breeze? That feels so nice."
Boop. Alright, so I'm going to shenanigan 4 over to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. And then I'm indeed going to burst. So I'll flip an action here. I'm going to have no extra dice here, so it's just going to be the 2.
Remember to.
But
Yep.
is it, how many is it? Is it 3? Oh, it's 4. Do I have 4 stacked here? Oh, yeah, I have 4. I'll take all 4 here. How do I grab a stack?
If you click and
Ah,
hold,
yeah.
yeah, just wait just a tiny second before you move them.
I'm going to chuck 2 dice at him, so.
Yeah.
Just rolling like crazy here. And then I get to reroll this. That's 3. Roll. I don't like how this rolls. Like, oh, there we go. That feels like a roll. There we go.
All right, there we go.
4 and a die.
4 and a die. So they both take that 4. And then there's an additional effect that we'll talk about in a sec. Let's see, there's that. Yeah, Arsonist is already pretty sad with his life.
I'm very happy with that.
And also, you or a friend in range 2 gains a shield.
So who needs a shield more right now? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we get to choose who they attack if they're next to us, I see.
If their scheme would lead them to attack us, and they have, if we are equal distance, if we're equally viable targets, then yes, we choose.
Okay. Well, you're already wounded. So I almost feel like I should give you.
I'm not wounded. I'm injured. I have a flesh wound.
Oh, injured.
Well, I say this because wounded is
okay.
an important game term.
Ah, I gotcha.
Which, yeah, like once Fiona's taken 8 damage, she will stop taking damage and then flip over to her wounded side and have changed actions on her player mat, and a fresh supply of 8 more fortitude to go through.
I will definitely give you a shield then in that case, since I feel like it's necessary. And then I'm going to do an action, and I'm going to do my Divine Strike again. And I'm going to hit. How much health does that troll guy got left? I'm going to hit him. Yeah, I will do that.
He's got 5 left.
Yeah, I will take this fancy dice right here. I almost feel like he's going to take 3 either way, so that will leave him. How much do I need to do to him? He's got 11.
So he's going to take 3 from the trap and at least 1 from your attack.
I need to do at least 2 if I can at least. It's either I take the big all-important dice in here, but I feel like almost that's a waste for 1 day. Do it. Alright, fine, we'll do it. Just do it. We're just gonna do it. Kill everything. Oh, he's way dead. It was for a good cause because I only rolled 1. So.
Well, you didn't kill him on the dice, but you brought him
Yep.
that trap.
Yep.
Ends his night.
Alright.
You start this demo being like, don't say kill, you're just making them pass out. Now I'm like, kill!
Kill them all! Well, they punched, to be fair, they punched goats. I mean, you punch a goat.
They punched a goat. It's animal
I mean, yeah. It's like people wanted John Wick to kill all those people for a reason, okay? That's all I'm saying, right? That's all I'm saying.
Because it was neon bathed and exciting looking and fun?
No, because they killed his dog. You deserve to die if you kill a dog. I'm sorry.
I see.
By a very angry man with a well-dressed suit. Yeah, totally.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. The troll would go, but he's taking a little nappy nap right now. So now the arsonist goes. Now the arsonist scheme hands off our booze. Leap 4 wrenches beer goat. So we can't really stop him by being in front of him. Let's see here. 1, 2.
Is he going to prioritize the goat?
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's his movement target.
Gotcha.
So he goes there, and then he range 4 attacks 2 foes. So we're all in range 4. Oh, for sure. So we get to choose which 2 foes he attacks. I'm gonna say let's have the beer goat tank. I don't know. Well, where is he at? He's at 9. Okay, let's us both tank some of that damage. I'm gonna.
Think so?
Yeah. Remember, he's the load bearing. And we're all load bearing, but
yeah,
he's especially load bearing. And also, if we look ahead a little bit on the map,
we're gonna get some more.
Next turn, there's going to be 5 enemies deployed. So it's going to be a little rough.
It's
and
looking...
the is guaranteed to take some damage.
Oh yeah.
So I say we should tank those hits.
I agree. I concur.
And I'm happy to egalitarianly split that duty. Spend my shield that I got from my good buddy Deirdre, and then Deirdre takes 3 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Place. And then the initiative bag is empty, and once again.
Yep, initiative bag.
Damage. Nobody's in there, which is beer goat. Definitely not on the yellow space. Ready phase. Cooldown markers. Yoink. I get to do some of my good stuff again.
Yay!
And Deirdre removes 1 from...
Oh yeah, I gotta take my thing off here. You got it.
No, I got it.
You're just too good at this. I was soliciting for taco service.
That's wise. That's good to do. So there's our initiative bag. Initial shuffle click. And then beer goat always goes first. I'm always like, what happens now? Oh yeah, combat phase. Beer goat goes first.
Yes.
And he drops traps on the way. Boink. Boink. And he wakes up more goons. Including Brute 3. Running to the fray. Bandit 5. The other arsonist. Another bandit. And another bandit. I gotta spend a second reordering these.
No worries. I appreciate your expertise.
Doing my best over here.
You're doing amazing.
Alright. So there is our board state. We just added a blue figure to the map, so we add the blue token to the bag. I think I forgot to roll the scheme dice, so we're just going to press the rewind button. Oh no. Oh no.
That's not good.
Hopefully we can kill these guys.
Yeah, well, we definitely kill the arsonist, at least one of them, anyway? I don't know, this is not looking too good.
KO that guy. I think he's gonna be... We got this. We are cool ladies.
Yes.
We're heroes. We're gonna do it. We're gonna win.
Yep.
It's gonna be amazing.
I'm all for that.
And you get to lead the charge this turn.
Goodness, there's a lot going on here. I mean, I could get rid of that arsonist, the one arsonist, I think, fairly easily, I would say.
That we've already softened up.
You know, we've already solved them all. I'm losing 2 away. He is indeed 2 away, but I would love to use it on 2 foes. That's the problem. So I could...
2 away, he's 3 away.
No, this guy right here.
3.
Oh, I mean, I should say, if I leap 2, this means... I'll be in range.
Leap 2 will make you adjacent to him, I get it.
Yeah. But I want to be able to attack 2 foes at that, because it's, I think, my last charge for that. I want to try to, maximize that a little bit.
Well, I mean, okay, hear me out, Deirdre.
Okay.
If you left on the crap. What if you were just really out of control?
That's true.
Left on the trap, and then maybe used your potion.
You know what? I like that. You know what? We're going to do that. That sounds like an amazing idea.
They can't see me.
We're living dangerous, yes. What was it?
They can't see me if I go over there first.
They probably can. They can, but Jen is super cool, and she won't mind seeing me. It's fine. And we're paying attention to the game anyway. My wife was like, "Can she see me?" I'm like, I don't. I don't think she cares. That's
I'm
okay.
not looking. I'm focusing entirely on the.
We're totally playing our
Once in a
game.
while, I tab over to look at the chat and.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing too. She's like she made me the tacos. What a
Bless.
Yeah, no, it's the best. So I will definitely.
Feel that way when one of my partners brings me food. I'm like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just anytime I get delivered food by any of the ladies here, I am super thrilled. So leap 2. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna go crazy. So we're gonna leap. Well, we're gonna wait.
It's
No.
leap 2.
It's leap 2. Yeah, that was there. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was confusing the leap on I've Come to Help with the leap on Wings of Ilana.
Yeah, I could do let's see, 1, 2,
You
3.
could move there, or you could use the Wings of Ilana to do that. You would not have the shield in time to save yourself from the trap damage.
Right. I could give it after, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's just do that. We're gonna do the leap here. So that is 1, 2, 3.
You're
I will
gonna
take
activate
this.
that trap and take that damage.
Okay, took it here. Bloop.
Oh, I already grabbed you. Damn.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, wait a minute, how did I take 9? So.
Now, one fun thing is that you can spend an action to do a shenanigan.
Oh, you can? I did not know that.
Yes.
I like that. So we will do that in a minute here. I just want to
go the other way around, but you can spend an action to.
Is it only one per turn, or
if you wanted to do 3 shenanigans, you totally could.
Oh, okay, that is an important rule to know. I like this. I like that. Wow. I also found out spacebar, I guess, does it enlarges things? Oh no, that just resets. Okay. I did something that enlarged it was Alt enlarges things. That is cool.
Alt enlarges things. Alt gives you that big preview. So if you ever need to read a card carefully, I always Alt over stuff.
I like that. Okay, so I'm going to...
You can also press M to create a magnified space. So for instance, on the map, if I want to look at it, but not the whole thing.
I see. Okay, that is good to know. Oh, look at that. I like that. All right.
It's intuitive. M for magnify.
We learn things. So I'm going to take this off. I'm not going to do the leap. I'm going to chuck my 1 dice at both these guys' foes. I'm going to flip this a couple times, and I'm going to roll like crazy. Okay, 2. And then...
That's good.
Yeah.
So you have 2 melee targets. Well, you have 3 melee targets to choose from.
And they're both taking 3 damage.
Are going to take 3 damage. Yeah, Bandit 2, 7.
Oh, definitely the Arsonist is going to go.
Okay.
He's got to go.
So he takes 3 damage right now?
Yep.
All right.
And then the closest...
2 4 left.
Yeah, he's going to go. He's totally going to go. I can push 2. So I'm going to push the bandit closest to me here. That one.
Hold on.
Not push. I mean, do 3 damage to that.
Hold on. Yeah, deal 3 damage to that bandit.
Yep.
That's bandit 2.
Yep.
Bandit 2. All right. And so then you're going to push. Let's push. Or yep.
Okay. Off that board.
Bye.
And then this bandit is going to get pushed. What does he take? 3. I can push him once and he will die. I mean, fall asleep. You got to go here, though.
He'll take his nap. He goes there. And you could push him through both traps if you wanted to.
But
he gets defeated when you're done resolving your card. So you might want to do that to create space for us to move in that isn't hazardous.
I mean, that is
only.
That is a valid idea.
So it's still up to you, but.
I like having those traps to push people though. That's super exciting. Big or go home. So. All
right, let's go big. And then, what you doing with your last action?
That's a good question. I could heal, or I could plink somebody. push him into that trap, but unfortunately that guy's more than 2 away, and the guy next to me can't push around me.
You could push him into a fireplace space, but he's gonna activate and get himself out of there.
Yeah.
So it's not
terribly helpful.
Well, I mean, it might be helpful if. Nah. Never mind.
I will use action. I might as well to heal one of my
Alright,
3.
I'm gonna let you move the damage bits this time.
Thank you. Woo. To keep it near and you keep it near me, I guess. That's fine. I'm probably gonna take more damage.
I always just sort of let the
collective
table
pool.
get littered with them. I'm like, I'll grab it again later.
And that is me, young lady. I am out, so I'm gonna pay this back to you.
Blue! Oh boy. Alright, this guy's going to move forward towards the beer goat.
No, not the beer goat.
And then he's going to melee attack 3 all foes. That's the beer goat.
That's the beer.
Robbie, no. And then that's his activation. There's only one troll on board right now. And then the bandits go, and we hate it. Let's see, they go in order. So who's going to go on? This guy. He hits the beer goat for 2. It's sad.
It is very sad.
Where's our guy's damage?
I can't count him fast enough, but technically the beer goat, as long as he survives this round, we win, correct?
He has to survive the next round.
Oh.
He has to be on the yellow X at the objective phase. And so right now he's...
On the plus side, we're not getting any more duders on the map, so that is
Yes, yeah, these are the final dudes. The final dude down.
The final dudes.
So that's 1, he's gone. Next up 4 goes. Where is 4? He's here! He's gonna punch the beer goat for another 2 damage. So now beer goat's at 16 damage.
That is not ideal.
No. 5. Oh. Austin! For the real blessings, could you bring me ketchup?
Yeah.
Yes! Alright.
Someone got food.
I got food. Food sign. Boing. Boing. 1, 2, 3. And he also punches the beer goat for 2 damage. That's a 3. This guy. Now we're starting to sweat.
A little bit, yeah.
7 goes. The nearest foe to Bandit 7 is Deirdre.
That's fine. Bring it on.
She's y'all for 2, but you have a shield token.
Yep.
So you can just spend it.
I'm totally gonna spend that.
Alright, let it rip.
Reap. I'll see that and finish it.
Just a little bit of classic chanting choir as I open up this bone box with my fish fry in it.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Alright, but that is the bandit's turn. Oh! I don't like it. I don't like it when this guy gets to go. But...
No, he seems bad.
I mean, good news. He's actually gonna... He's gonna whiff. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't get through. Yeah, he can't get through.
He can't get through. He is clogged up by his own guys.
Yeah.
He could move through them, but he can't land on them. So there's that, and now, who could it be? It's Fiona!
Alright. Fiona Apple.
Me. Nah. What am I gonna do? Something.
The 90s permanently stuck the name Fiona Apple, unfortunately for me.
That's how I feel. Like, every time I'm like, who is the evil AI in Macross Plus? It's not Fiona Apple. It's not Fiona Apple. It's Sharon Apple.
It's Sharon Apple. Yeah, it is Sharon Apple. You know what? Oh my god, you just became my best friend. That is my favorite anime of all time.
It's so good. I'm not a big favorites person, but I still like that movie.
No, I'm a huge Macros fan, and that was at a time when anime was big. Like it was starting to become big. It was a big deal.
Yep.
And we were going to anime conventions with a bunch of other sweaty anime fans, and just sitting there, and they debuted the last 2 episodes at that convention, so we get to see it ahead of time. It was an amazing time. But enough about that. That's a whole other video.
Oh, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm in a rough spot.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you can run past the bandit, I guess, and go through me.
Right, but this is as far as I can go on my move. But
Well, I thought you had a 5 move?
I have a 5 move, but 1, 2.
Oh, there's a 2. Yeah.
Right.
Can you? Wait, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Can't you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I can't move through an enemy figure.
Oh, I thought we could. Sorry, my bad.
Nope.
That does not help then. Yeah.
Yep. No, your enemies are not going to just let you whoop past them.
Nope. Don't drop the fish fry.
Don't drop the fish fry. And let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might be better. I don't know. My favorite place to be might be right there, but yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's
Yeah, you could pull that one dude.
My actions. That's a move. Well, hold on.
Got a nice shenanigan there.
So, yep, and then I'm going to.
Oh wait, the shenanigans. It's still waiting.
The fight I'm in, because that starts with move 3. And that's 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Look at you.
Now I'm in the thick of things. I'm in the space where everything's happening. And I attack one foe with 2 yellow dice. Maybe even add to the epic.
Let's hope so.
1, 2.
That's taking its time.
4 damage. I will accept this, and I'm definitely targeting the arsonist. It is bad form to not say that I'm attacking the arsonist before I do it, but that was my intent.
I believe it. We'll let you go this time.
Okay. So that resolves, and then let's see. Nico is range 3, pull 2. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this bandit too. And that's.
Does it have to be the same one? You don't have to pull the same one?
So no, I don't have to pull the same one because it's a new card and a new effect. But.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Silly question.
But I can't pull him from here to here because those are both 3 spaces away from me.
Oopsies.
So I can't pull enemies through other figures either.
Oh,
The
that
movement
is.
stopped. So you know what? I refuse to whiff on my shenanigan. I'm going to heal 3 by drinking my potion a little bit, and I'm going to call it good for now.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright. Nobody is standing in a fireplace. Beardo's not on the axe.
Oh.
So it's time to go back to the ready phase. Let's see. Cool down token time. Deirdre, come get your food.
I will definitely get that. Whoop. I didn't forget one, right? That's never going to uncool by the time this match is over.
So, you
Unless I could do that, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
But there's still 2 left, so it's like, man.
Yep, we'll see. So let's see here. Pull down some scheme dice. Roll. He's not R. There we go. Does that. This guy does that. Fun. Wait, initiative bag. I think I don't have to do any shenanigans there. Shuffle the initiative bag. And then Wrench's Spear Goat activates. Doink. Let's see, trap. Here. Bandit 5 takes 3 damage because Dragon's Breath Ale spills all over him and he's on fire!
Ah!
And then there's a trap there. And now we draw tokens.
Alright.
Red.
That's what, oh no, that's not what we wanted to see. Absolutely not what we wanted to see.
Well, he's gonna leap 4. Brings the Spear Goat, and that easily done. And he's gonna range 4 attack. 2 foes. Which will definitely include me and the Beer Goat. Don't love it. Not a fan.
No, not really, no.
Gosh, where's our poor goat friend? What is he doing? He's 15 plus 6. Oh, he's 4 health away.
Uh-oh. This is not looking great for us.
I might have to point out another mistake that I made as a demo.
Uh-oh.
But we'll talk about that shortly.
Okay.
So let's see here. There's that.
It's don't let your demoees lose.
Not quite, but related. Say that. So that's red gone. Deirdre.
That's me.
Yes.
Wow, I mean, I'm a murder machine, but I got a lot of
Get in here.
I do. I really do. I don't have my burst anymore. Oh, that sucks. I don't have my leap attack thingy. Well, I'm out. Out of that. Only I have is a leap to shield. That's not super helpful. But the shenanigan will get me there, so I'm going to have to use that. Oh, let me get these. Speed. I'm probably going to shenanigan out of the gate. Just a matter of if it's going to be 4 or 3. I could probably 1, 2, 3. I could 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can do it again next to this bandit. How do you put the little arrows down, by the way? How did you do that?
Tab.
What one? Tab? Oh, okay. So I can either jump here or I could jump here. Depending on which version I use. Question is, who went already? Who went? The red already went, so he's not gonna do anything else this round.
Correct. He's already plunked down his damage.
Our biggest threat are those on the bandits, probably. Yeah. Because 3 of those are going to run up on the troll won't necessarily kill the deer goat, but the 3 bandits certainly will. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess probably. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 1, 2. If I could, I would take 6. Well, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could end up here, or I could do 1, 2, 3. Or I could end up here if I take like 6 damage. But I have no burst there, so that's kind of moot anyway.
Yeah, it's not quite worth it.
It's not really worth it.
If you did still have the burst, I'd be like, do it.
Yeah, I would do it. What I can do is I can actually just move the 1, 2, 3 there. Use the leap, and then I still have a range 2 attack on that one bandit, so that makes sense. However, that's going to not set me up to do anything to the other bandits. Is the problem, right? Because I can at least kill this bandit right here. I could attack him, push him into traps, but then the other bandits are sitting pretty. You know what I mean? I'd like to.
Remember that you need to push targets away from you. So you would actually probably be best served by trying to push this bandit here. Because if you wanted to push this bandit here, we would need to be here.
Oh, wait, I can't do lateral. I was thinking like pushing him over to here. Would that not work?
Remember that each movement of push has to make your target of push
Oh, one more away. Right.
one hex further away.
Right, you are correct. You are correct, young lady. So in that case, I'm going to take the 4, go here, and then I'm going to do the action here to attack the 1 foe and push him. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Misfit dice, flip, 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 and then we're going to roll, roll, roll. I'll take that. So it's 1 damage, 2 damage. Not great.
Damage against who?
Against this bandit right here. So
Bandit 5?
Yep. And then
All right.
and then we'll push him into the trap.
And he's totally toast.
Yes.
And that's definitely the guy that I would have prioritized because he has the possibility of going twice and attacking the beer goat, and that would be not great.
Why would he be able to go twice?
Because of the troll scheme.
Oh, good point. Yeah, you are good. Good point. I forgot about that. And then I'm gonna do. I can do another action. I could still attack one of these duders. Doesn't really matter, I think, at this point because I can't push either of the traps. So 1, 2. Yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. So I'm gonna attack this dude. I'll do flip, flip, flip. That's a little late. I suppose I'm going to add it to the scheme. It's a little late. So I do 1 damage to this guy, which is Bandit 4. And then I'll push him 1 just away for giggles, because it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah.
And that is all I got, young lady. That's all I got.
Alright. Well. You know what? I think we might actually pull this one off. I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
Yep, here we go. Moment of truth. So Bandit 1's gonna go. And he's going to move forward nearest foe. But he's gonna hit Deirdre, because Deirdre's the nearest foe.
Yep, fine with that.
That's 2 damage. Yoink. Yoink.
Alright.
And then Bandit 4 goes. And Bandit 4 is 1, 2, 3 away from Deirdre, and 1, 2, 3 away from the beer goat.
Actually, 4 because there are 2 spaces, right?
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Should I not have pushed him? Would it have been better had I left him here? I could not do that, you know what I mean? Make him closer to me. Or would he go through the trap though?
Oh, he's actually, yeah, he is actually 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if I don't push him, let's say, he would be closer to me. So maybe I should just not push him.
No, it's equal. So.
Oh no.
Here's my galaxy brain. We're gonna win this, and it's gonna be tight.
Okay.
We want him to go for the beer goat, because then nothing else can melee the beer goat again.
Oh.
You see what I mean? So we're winning this by the skin of our teeth here.
Yeah, we are.
And then Bandit 7 goes. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So he's equidistant from Fiona and Deirdre. You just tanked a hit, so I'll tank this one.
Sure.
That's 2 damage. And now, who else goes? Now the troll goes, and his action is to activate his nearest friend. And it performs its top scheme, and that would be Bandit 7. And Bandit 7 will hit me again, which I am not a huge fan of, but it could be a lot worse. Place that 3 to the 5, so I have 7 damage on me right now, which is close to wounding me, but not quite. And then I go. Blah. And, yeah.
Feeling good about this. I'm feeling good.
Gonna activate I don't wear all this armor for defense. And I'm gonna see how much I can how I can make this troll suffer. I want to hurt somebody.
You want to hurt somebody? I mean, you could kill a bandit, I guess, but why not?
I'm gonna reach out and murder. And look at that, 2 crits.
Wow.
3 damage. 4 damage, 5, 6 damage.
Nice.
Do I have? I'll make it 7 damage.
Why not?
Why not? It's my farewell turn. I might as well. And then I'm gonna action again and just use a power attack. And attack 2 more. I'll put the die back into the epic pool. I don't have a shenanigan that can be banished, so that's a little sad, but could be worse. And that's 2 damage.
Yeah, it could be way worse.
As well. Oh, it's close. It's close. And then I deal 1 damage to bandit 7. And then I pull somebody towards me just for kicks, just to really stretch it out. No, I don't. No, I don't. I just end my turn.
I was gonna say, because we're gonna win this.
Because we're gonna win. Because nobody takes fireplace damage, and now Righteous Spirit goes on the X base. We make it.
Woo!
We win.
Woo!
So yeah, I made one little mistake at the very, very beginning of this demo
Okay.
in allowing this to just be a 2-player game.
Okay.
In general, you want this to be 3 or 4 players.
Because of the difficulty of murdering things. So does it scale at all?
Yeah. So let's remove some stuff from the board here.
So yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering if like say so for example we have 2 people. Is there some kind of scaling involved or?
So this guy, this troll here on the map.
Oh yeah.
4+.
He would not
If there's
spawn.
4 players, he does spawn.
Right.
And then this guy here, if there's 3 or 4 players, he spawns.
Right. Right in front of my face the whole time.
Yep. But it's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, and
Another thing we could have done to make this a little less tight would have been bending epic dice from the pool to shield
the goat.
the goat. As I believe in future, this is more version sickness. Let me fall around and look at the map for that. You can't see it, but I've opened up a PDF file.
Got you.
Print version of this. Yep. So in the final thing, instead of friend of heroes, what it says is heroic. So we can use epic dice to prevent damage to the beer goat. So instead of dealing lots of damage, we could have been defending our boy.
Oh yeah.
But we chose violence.
I also could have given him a shield. Right?
I am not sure if you can give shields to the beer goat. That's another ambiguity.
It says you or a friend, so it said friend of heroes, so I think.
Yeah, no, that would probably work. No. Yeah, so we could have given him shields.
Mm-hmm.
We could have used the epic dice on him. But we could not, of course, have prevented him from moving forward into every fray.
No, not so much. Well, that was a lot of fun. I like that a lot. There's a lot of, and actually it's funny. I thought it was going to be very, very kind of a walkthrough at first, and then we barely grazed by. because we were murder fiends, but it just spawns so many and it takes damage so quick that so it was exciting. That was actually really cool. I liked the fact that it was very close. It kept us thinking. It kept moving, and it didn't take us an hour to set up in any way.
It didn't. No, not at all.
Nor do we have to check for line of sight or nothing.
Yep, you just get in there. You just play. You just roll some dice. You lay down some damage tokens. I like the way the bookkeeping of this game functions.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, and this is quite simplified. So there are a lot of keywords that are sort of stripped from the demo.
Right.
And instead, plain language gets used. I already deleted it, but one of Zot's cards, instead of saying invigorate 3, it says remove 3 cooldown tokens, and it has like the literal image on the card from any combination of blah blah blah. Stuff like that. Like we try to make the demo very accessible, but in the main game, it's assumed that you have some time to read through the walkthrough and learn a couple more of the keywords and what they do, and have those resources available. So, yeah, there are more different power tokens. That's what the shield and the damage boost tokens are called. And that all sort of builds, right? Like chapter 1, you have, I think, 2/3 of those things sort of unlocked, and then in chapter 2, the rest unlock, and more new stuff, more new mechanics get piled on, right?
Yeah, no, definitely, and this definitely has me wanting to play more. It's fun. I love the colorful art. As always, you guys do awesome on your art. I love the fact that we're playing Red Dragon 8 characters, because it's almost like when you play this, it's like, we want to cool down and saying, man, it's like, let's just bust out Red Dragon in and just play us after that, goat adventure and play a normal game of Red Dragon in. So it almost segues into another game for like a cooldown. It's actually really, I like the fact that they're all interconnected and combined, and the fact that it's the same universe, the same art, the same characters, and that this is literally kind of a good medium to lightweight version of games that I already enjoy. And don't get me wrong, I'll badmouth anybody, because I will play a game of Gloomhaven, I'll play a game of Nemesis or whatever, and I'll spend that time. But if you're not wanting to, or maybe you're on a short time schedule, or maybe you just want something of medium or lighter variety, you're going to bust this out instead and not have to spend an hour setting it up and having to look up rules and worry about line of sight and all that other stuff. You're like, no, I want a dungeon crawler, and I just want to go and punch things in the face. And then afterwards, I want to get drunk.
Yep, exactly. I think a lot of people are going to play the game like that. But yeah, I'm excited about the way Tales has turned out. I think that it looks great. I think that it plays really, really well.
It does. And there's not a lot of competition in this space either, I don't think. Like light dungeon crawler, not really a ton offhand.
I mean, I don't know. They're. I'm the worst. I'm not a huge board gamer, actually, and I work for a board game company. So.
You said that before.
So when you're like, well, I don't think there are a lot of examples of things in this space. I'm like,
Well,
like my gut says that there's probably lots of light dungeon crawlers.
There is. Okay, well, let me rephrase. There are dudes on map games. You got your. You have your open world maps like old school Runebound and things like that, where they are kind of lighter fare. There are games like that. I guess you can compare this more to like Imperial Assault or RuneScape. But even so, there's still setup time, and there's a little bit more going on. But this is a more self-contained version of those. And most of the fantasy games, especially of late, have been definitely more complex. There hasn't been this is kind of harkens back a little before, but it adds more of depth to it because of its age. Back in the early days, there was a few more maybe fantasy dungeon crawlers, but you had Talisman, and stuff like that, where they were very light. This adds enough to it where it's almost kind of like you got that, okay, we want a little bit more complexity, kind of like Gloomhaven or even Hero Quest or whatever, because those have been done. But those games have shown their age, and we as gamers we've advanced. We want more. There's more you can do with the game space. We've advanced the genre, so this adds those kind of elements, those more complex elements where you have progression and there's more going on. But it's not, it pushes it another notch without going, overwhelming. To where I think a lot of the more dungeon crawler publishers have gone into that space, and partly I think Gloomhaven, Gloomhaven is a top 10 game, but that game kind of pushed all those other designers to go, wow, we can go and just go for broke, and make all kinds of rules and complexity and
systems and
and I think part of that was great, is amazing. It does leave space, and it does leave a little behind in the fact that no, sometimes we don't want that. We need you to make a lighthearted, fun dungeon crawler that is not going to eat up an entire. It's not. We don't want Twilight Imperium every night, for our dungeon crawlers, and unless we want to bust out Talisman, which we played a million times, we don't have a whole ton of options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm happy to hear that we might be wading into a less populated space than I thought.
Yeah, no, I can't really think too many fantasy. I won't count out indie publishers, like really, really small ones. We've received random little ones here and there, but I can't think of a ton, and especially not with your pedigree, that have really kind of pushed into the lighter fare space offhand.
Right. Nice.
Yeah. There's other themes and there's other kinds of wackadoodle going on, but not pure fantasy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. Awesome. I had a great time. This is really awesome. I am super excited to play this again. We're gonna definitely have to do this again. Maybe next time. I don't know if you want. I don't know if you have different mock-ups for this, or we'll just play a game of Red Dragon Inn. We should do like a weekly Slugfest thing or a monthly Slug, whatever you want to do.
Oh no, I don't. I honestly don't have the time for that. Because I need to make the how to play videos for this game now. I need to do that in like 2.5 weeks.
Oh geez. Okay, well, maybe later. We definitely have to do this again, John.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be happy to, but my submarine is going to dive.
You're gonna die.
And go silent for a few weeks at least. And also then Gen Con is going to be lighting my hair on fire because I am the convention planning lead.
Oh boy.
Yup. That's already been fun. So I'll have a lot to do, but absolutely keep me in mind for any future streams. But I certainly can't commit to something like a weekly something or other.
No worries.
But I would be happy to guest again, and I would be happy to play a different Tales scenario because, like I said, there's 25 of them.
I would be all about that. This game is a ton of fun. I look forward to seeing you at Gen Con again because I will be there as usual. And as usual, I say last year was our first Gen Con, but it's now a permanent go-to. That and PAX U as always. They're great shows. They're so far those are the main two shows we go to in Dice Tower down here since we're down in sunny Florida. But we want to add on more later. I know I've talked to people like you went to Gamma, and we were thinking about that, and a couple other shows. But right now, those are our three kind of staple shows for now. But I will definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'm looking forward to playing this and talking some more about your other upcoming stuff. I'm super thrilled all around. And I hope you did. You finish your fish, Billy? Did you eat your fish?
I'm not done. Yes, I have not attacked with the same gusto as I might have if I were not in a video game.
Well, I will let you go eat your fish. I don't want to take up all your time tonight.
All right.
But I'm super happy you came and played with me, and we finally got together and made this work. And I'm looking forward to more time with you. Okay?
Absolutely. Likewise.
And well, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm going to do my sign off here. Thanks again, Jen, for coming out here and coming out to the computer and playing and showing us this new Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. It was a Kickstarter a few years ago. These copies should be coming to people's doorstep at some point, soonish.
Yeah, like the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is it's on the launch pad for fulfillment. To create a space metaphor, right? Like the rocket's being rolled out.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so soonish we will.
Soonish, like in a few weeks, people are going to, I think, start seeing those land on their doorstep. And like I said, I think like July, August might be our retail release. Probably August, mid perhaps.
Awesome.
And, yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm going to. There'll be a lot of begging and frustrating before you to see if a copy will end up on our doorstep. We'll see. If we beg enough, maybe. So and also I look forward to playing more Red Dragon as always and all that stuff. But guys, keep your eyes out for this, and hopefully we'll be doing unboxing videos and talking about it and doing all that good stuff because. We absolutely love you guys, and we're probably going to be playing Red Dragon in probably after this shortly, I think, because they kind of got me in the mood for it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, enjoy your tacos and your Red Dragon in game. Have a good evening.
You too, Jen. Take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Night.